Today's meditation is an opportunity to change your deep-seated, unwanted patterns, the ones that have you behaving in ways you simply wish you could put to bed. Patterns are extremely powerful forces, and if you don't change your patterns, they will certainly change you. Take this journey often and discover how to transform your patterns into forces for good. There is nothing from a raindrop to a snowflake to the sunrise to the movement of the waves of the ocean to the way the cell behaves that isn't governed by patterns. If we are to make the best decisions and choices, we need to understand how our own patterns are driving our lives. There is no cure for any of us if we don't disrupt and dismantle our negative patterns. If you look closely, in so many instances, you're not driving your life, you are being driven. And if you want to change this, you must accurately name the pattern and own your part in it. Do not be afraid to do this, because this is a process that will free you, not further condemn you. So be courageous and remember, fortune really does favor the brave. Begin today by identifying your worst traits, those things that you most dislike about yourself. It's important when you do this that you turn down the volume on your negative critical judgment. Remember, be brave, be honest with yourself. When engaging in this kind of exercise, it's important to acknowledge your behavior is not who you are. You can, of course, become your behavior by repeatedly wedding yourself to it. But in reality, your behavior is what you've done, not who you are. If you want to take back control of your life, you need to be able to separate yourself from the undesirable patterns that you're driven by. So, in the silence that follows, take some time to identify those characteristics and traits that you're most uncomfortable with. Your mind may well have been flooded by numerous options, or maybe one thought came straight away and your mind fixated on that. Whatever your experience, hopefully you can see clearly something that you're dissatisfied with, something that you repeatedly do. Maybe it's how you treat yourself. Maybe it's about how you treat others. Whatever it is something you're uncomfortable with, something distasteful. Now, recall a time when you behaved under the influence of this trait, this pattern. Try and recall one of the worst examples of how this played out in you. Although it's vitally important to be honest, remember to keep the volume on negative critical judgment turned down. Compassion is what is needed right now. So, in the silence that follows, reflect on that situation. As you come away from that memory, notice how uncomfortable you feel. Notice what emotions are passing through you. Whatever you're feeling, don't be afraid to name it, because it's in naming it that you can change it from its current form to something infinitely better. And once you've named it, don't be afraid to own it. Because remember, when we accept responsibility for our part in our behavior, that pattern is weakened. So spend a little more time honestly and accurately naming and owning the ugliness of this behavior. Because when we learn to love the ugly, it can and we can become beautiful. You will have discovered by now that facing the truth about those ugly ways of behaving with compassion does not condemn you. You are in fact able to emancipate yourself because you better understand what is going on. Patterns are not who you are. They are forces that, if unchecked, will shape your fortunes. It's important you don't make the mistake of thinking that you have no say in the role patterns play in your life, because you do. And today, you're going to seize the opportunity to transform this ugly behavior. The way you're going to do this is to go back to that memory once more, when you were behaving in a way you regret or are ashamed of. But this time, you're going to reframe this memory. You're going to see the situation unfolding in the way you would really want it to play out. Wherever you fell short, whatever you did wrong, you're going to visualize yourself now doing the opposite, treating yourself with kindness and respect, or the other person if someone else is involved. Let your mind drop into the silence and imagine yourself reframing this memory. Hopefully by now there is a feeling of satisfaction emerging in you as you realize you do not need to be defined by your choices and decisions. You can, if you are unhappy, steer a better course. And when you realize that although you can't change the past, you can change how it affects you, there is a wonderful sense of relief. This simple but profound meditation offers you a template that you can use to change your unwanted patterns. Each time you come back, you can focus on something else that you feel uncomfortable about, regret, or have some feelings of shame. Equally, you might keep coming back to the same pattern because it's proving more challenging to shift. Whatever you choose, if you listen in carefully, it will be the right choice for that day. Before exiting this meditation, just take a little while to remember what you did today and how relatively easy it is to take an unwanted pattern and love it into submission. Just reflect on this for a little while. It's time to return back to your day, and as you do, your heart is full of gratitude and appreciation. You now have a mind map for how to change your patterns. What a marvelous journey this has been.